Whoa. You're in the chat before I even posted anything? You might be the realest one here. Few people in here, I think. I am. I didn't make any choice about what I was going to post to announce that I'm streaming. So I've spent 4 minutes trying to choose a little picture. Posted something. I've chosen a little drawing of Funry from roughly 10 months ago. I'll put something in the Discord and then I'll actually pull chat up. Okay. How the heck did I pop this thing out? Open in web browser. Cool. Our soda's here. Soda. This is the first week this month that I don't have family staying over. That's why I've been gone for 100 years. I've had no Ethernet because I've had people staying over for so long. Not anymore. Doing some stuff, but you shall be here. Well, cool. Feel free to lurk. That's fine by me. I have got to draw something. I don't post anything, ever. And I would love to change that. So I'm gonna just do some fan art today of something that I like. Something I've been into lately. So I'm thinking right now, I might draw my good friend Himiko Toga from My Hero because I like her. And that's one of the things I've been into lately. And by lately, I mean like the last year. I have been playing My Hero Ultra Rumble. Man. I don't know how many people have played that game. I didn't play it for years after it came out. It's like, well, that seems stupid. And I started playing it a year ago. And it's like the best game ever. It's also stupid. Because it's a dumb gacha game. But man, it's fun. Man, it's fun. Gonna do the Street Fighter sketchy style. I don't think I'm gonna go exactly like that. I've been sort of working on another way of drawing. I'm just gonna try to get into my style, you know, really tap into figure out how to draw the way that I want to draw. Because I don't be posting too much on socials lately. Really this whole year. I've posted very little. So I don't know if people are super familiar with how I draw now. So I gotta make some stuff so you guys can figure out what it is I do. I love starting with some boxes. Like, I'll actually keep at least one box on the screen. Boxes are easy. And they make it so now that there's a little box here, now the canvas isn't empty anymore. And when the canvas isn't empty, it's easier to draw on. One thing I've been trying to do more is sketch out my shapes more. I've started to do less sketching. Or like I sketch, but I start with a sketch that is too detailed. Like, you know, I go right into, it's not overly detailed. It's still fun, but wow, that person is, you've got some, they got something going on. Osterman has a hanging at Big K Zoo. Oh, what's hanging? It's finally way more chill around here. I don't have any family staying over. I'm back in my usual spot. I have an Ethernet connection again. Things are pretty good. Oh yeah, but this, I like drawing like this. I like just putting things on the paper and having it be there. But when it comes to drawing something that's not just like a little face, I definitely need to get back into the habit of actually planning out my shapes and being real loose and determining things like pose and anatomy and all that, or not anatomy, but what's the word? It's a word I know and love. Proportion. Determining proportion before I get all the detail in. And having a slightly different brush to do that is good. Get the distinct feeling that your art is too loose in ways. Yeah, that is definitely an issue. I think I prefer, I think there are strengths and weaknesses to it. I personally, as someone who loves looseness, I think it's a good spot to be too loose, because being too stiff is a little bit more boring, you know? Stiff is a bit more limited than loose, just inherently. But definitely, if something is too loose, then you risk your subject not being clear, nothing being readable. It's hard to finish something because you get lost in it. But in general, it's not the worst problem to have. You just gotta figure out how to focus yourself. That's why I'm doing this, is because I get lost if I just start with the straight up make a whole, draw a head and then extend the whole character from that. That's tough. I wouldn't say I'm no good at that, but it's just harder than it needs to be. So I am going to draw a little pose. I'm going to sketch it out, and I'm going to refrain from doing as much detail as I can muster. That's the real trick. It's real easy to just start throwing detail in there, but I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to make it just a nice, easy start. Gilbert, I'm glad you caught me live. Glad to see you here. Love your bold lines and design shapes. Thank you. Well, let's design some shapes now. Okay, so I'm gonna draw Toga because I love my hero. I always do. It's probably, I think a lot of the stuff that I'm really into, sometimes I'll see a meme or a tweet or something that's like pretentious anime guide starter pack, and it's all the things that I like. It's Evangelion is my favorite thing ever made. Angel's Egg is my favorite movie. Perfect Blue is always there. Lane is there. It's just silly because obviously it's all extremely popular stuff that people like. But I could see why someone would think that was like snobby. But the other stuff I really like, sure. I love Angel's Egg, but I also love My Hero Academia and My Dress Up Darling. So I get some of the My title animes in there too. So I'm just like the people. Alright, so I want a kind of a simple pose for her here. It's like maybe she's walking a little bit. And then she'll be doing something with a knife. I want to draw her teeth to some extent. So even that might be a little bit more anatomical detail than I really need for this stage. Because all I need right now is to be getting shapes and proportions down. And even that is pretty general. Yeah, so if she's walking, maybe, I don't know how to draw feet. Alright, well that's at least close enough. Generally, I like to use the advantage I have as a digital artist and lasso tool a bunch. Try to make these relatively even from the above and below the crotch. And look, these are pretty even. That's good. I'm trying to make a character noticeably taller or shorter. Either, yeah, you just pick one of these areas to stretch. Maybe you can stretch out the torso. Let's see, what's an easy way to... Can I do like this? What does this do? This what I want? I don't think I thought through what I'm doing right now. But if I want to make a character taller or shorter, I'll start with the proportion of being relatively even on both halves of the character, and then maybe this character is tall because their legs are longer, or you could also be taller just because you have a longer torso. That's something I kind of didn't understand for a while, is how you made characters taller and shorter while also keeping them in proportion. But I feel like you learn the... Oh my god. 7? How many heads? How many heads is a real person? I don't do the real amount of heads. Oh no. I might be a fraud. I might not know what I'm talking about. There's some amount of heads that a person is. It's like 8 or less than 8. 8? Boom. Look at that. That was before it didn't even come up yet. I said 8 before anyone said anything, so I know. Yeah, I was curious, how do you keep someone in proportion if you're just trying to marry that? When I realized that's the whole thing about averages, is that if you just make something different than the average, that's how you make someone taller or shorter. It's been forever since I caught a stream. How have I been? Yeah, Neko, it's been forever since I've streamed. I've been busy. I've had family visiting since the 4th of July. This is the first week this month that is just normal again. So I have not been streaming, but I've been good. I like spending time with family, but I also like having my space again. Yesterday was my birthday. That was fun. I watched Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping, which I've seen before, but I love it, so I watched it again. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Belated, only slightly belated, and you would have no way of knowing. Unless you clicked on my profile and saw the balloons on Twitter. But again, I haven't posted anything in, I think, 8 years. So how would you have known? I have not put a lot of thought into what her face is going to be doing here. I definitely want to tilt the head a bit. I've been busy, but I have still played a good amount of Avatar Legends, the fighting game, which I've been looking forward to, and I love it. It is some of the most fun I've ever had playing a fighting game. Are we drawing? Of course we're drawing. What else would I do? If I booted up and played My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble, no one would show. You see, and I think this is what I've been talking about the whole time. I think there's not a ton of detail here, but I still think I'm thinking about it too hard. That's what the second phase is for. I just get ideas down, basic idea of where I want the arms to be. I think I want her to be doing something with her hand up here, and then like one arm down. I do think I want her holding a knife or something. In whatever way you hold a knife. Probably not with your hand like that. Okay, there's a knife. That's a hand. Now she could be doing like a peace sign, which I feel like I default to a lot. She also, ooh, what if she was doing like a different thing that I was going to try to explain, but I didn't know the words. But luckily I have an artist drawing a picture. Doing like monster claw hands. She could be doing that with both her arms. Being all cute in a way that's spooky. That's alright. I don't think she needs to be doing it with both hands. I think we can get one there. Holy crap, you're good at drawing hands. Thank you. My hands, I think the thing about my hands that has gotten to me to where I am with drawing hands, which is not necessarily a place of extreme comfort, because I definitely think I struggle to finish hands or specify hands a bit. After an initial doodle, it's a bit difficult for me to take that hand and make all the choices I have to make with it. Like with a little doodle, this is, if doing like line art over this would be difficult, because a lot of it is so messy that it's a suggestion and then your brain fills it in, and then when you have to actually fill it in yourself, it gets a lot, the structure of the hand falls apart. But the reason that happens to me is because instead of studying people drawing nice, good hands, I've spent all my time studying how people do shorthand hands. I love finding a comic panel and finding a character in the background doing something with their hand and trying to figure out how they drew a hand there, or how a really amazing artist drew a hand in a sketch that they did in 30 seconds. And for whatever reason, those are the hands that really captured me and made me want to study. So I think there's a lot of stuff you can gain from studying people's shorthand. There's also some issues, like how shorthand is something that is inherently built on understanding. Shorthand is something that people build up just by the way they draw, and their deep understanding of something lets them make a quick representation of it in just a few seconds. And when you try studying that, oftentimes, obviously, you don't have their well of knowledge. So I don't know if that's actually a good thing to do. But studying shorthand and doodles and stuff while also doing real studies of anatomy that's what I did. That's a nice middle ground that you reach, so that you're learning real stuff, but you're also learning how to draw the way that you want. Maybe that's a thing. I know some people don't want to study anatomy. I wonder if they don't want to study anatomy because they think it's like, it's not the way that they want to draw. They want to draw cartoons. But actually, anyone who draws cartoons is using real anatomical knowledge. They just know how to use it to make things that don't look like real life. So, if that's you, if someone like that happens to be in the chat, you should study anatomy. It doesn't mean you have to draw realism or anything. You can draw however you want, and anatomy will help every time. I just pay artists to do it instead. That's fair too. Not only is that fair, I actually really appreciate you and people like you. I think I'm losing the plot on these claw hand ideas. Yeah, I've loved a lot of not just a lot of them, all of the commissions I've done for you, my friend Exploderizer, Explo, whatever nickname, I decide to use your handle the first time I say it out loud. But I feel like you always have very interesting commission ideas, which I appreciate. Expo's the common one, and that's the one. I think that's. I feel like that's what when I'm like saving a file or something. I've put down Explo. Now that I'm back to being able to stream again, fairly, I hope regularly. It's hard to know what I'm gonna do. I'm a difficult person to read for my own self, but I would like to stream regularly now that I can. I've got some ideas. I've got some teachy stuff. I think I would have fun doing more dedicated teachy moments. Do I still stream on Twitch or just YouTube? I'm planning, hopefully for the next stream tomorrow, my plan is to stream both on Twitch and to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube. I didn't today, because it's been a while and I wasn't sure if it was going to explode. And I wanted to make sure that I actually streamed today first and foremost, so I'm not trying the multi-stream yet. And if that explodes tomorrow, I'll be more prepared to deal with it mentally. The King's here. Hello. I still don't know what to do with these arms. Have you noticed since I've made no progress? Yeah, the multi-stream will be good because I can play music because I like to play music. That's not something I need to explain, but I did. When I'm on Twitch, I can separate the channels and have the VOD not have the music in it. I don't think I can do that on YouTube. Or at least I couldn't 3 years ago, last time I streamed. But I can do it on Twitch. And then if I can do that on Twitch, and if I can have a VOD without music, then I can use that to make a video and then upload it, which will be important when I do more teachy streams. So look forward to that. The first one, I am planning on just doing an explanation on how I study artists that I like. And hopefully I'll make a video about that. Maybe this arm just needs to be doing a little something more. Dude, I feel like if I can make it work, I feel like this little claw hand idea is too cute. I really would love to stop doing this base sketch so that I can do the next part and explain how I am trying to sketch. Is it a good playlist? Thank you. It's pretty similar to this playlist I did last time I streamed years ago with some other stuff, but it's just kind of chill music from cool video games that I like. This is Akito Bass, who is awesome, who does covers of a lot of fighting gamey stuff. I think last time I streamed I said I would put a link to the playlist in the description, which I probably didn't do. At the Discord server, asking because I was hacked a while back, not sure if my account caused trouble. I don't think it caused any trouble. The Discord is chill. I'll say that. I wouldn't say it's poppin'. But there are people in there, they use it, and I really appreciate that because I spent years doing literally nothing with it. So that's very nice of them to continue to use it. I try to talk in there a little bit. I put that I'm streaming, and I would definitely be down to doing more things with it. I feel like I just need to first achieve this current goal of just actually doing things publicly online more again, stream and post, and then I can try to make the Discord something more exciting for people to hang out in. But first things first is I gotta become a famous art influencer, which is of course always the goal. And then I can influence you all to do whatever I want. And who knows what that is. Do we like this? Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we're not trying to do anything crazy. I'm just trying to do a doodle of a character I like so that I can post it online. Okay, so now I'm going to switch back to the pen that I like and just do rough drawing over it. I think a good thing to keep in mind, it's easier with this because there's no detail in this sketch, but let's say that I did have some parts of this character that I wanted to nail down more before moving on, which I probably should, because her silhouette is not just her body. She has relatively bulky clothing, so we can get a basic shape for her skirt and a basic shape for her little sweater thing. What do I draw on app-wise? Right now I'm on Clip Studio Paint. It's the only thing I really draw on. When I was younger, I would use Fire Alpaca. I don't know if Fire Alpaca still exists. I don't know if people are using it, but that's what I did. She's got some thing going on here. I don't even know what this is. It's the big silly scarf collar with teeth on it. It is CSP. You got a good eye. Okay, and then she's got hair buns, They're kind of more on the side of her head. But anyway, I had these more specific shapes. One, because I probably should. It's probably a smart thing to do. But the second, it's just to illustrate the idea that I wanted to get across. Because I'm kind of trying to teach something, I guess. Talk through my process. I don't know if there's a difference between those things. But a good tip, and this is the R2ACT tip of the stream. When you are drawing over a sketch, a lot of people have the problem where the sketch or the lines look worse than the sketch did, because they're losing some energy. And what you should try to do is just not follow the line exactly. You should, when you're doing either your second sketch or your line art, you can use that process to make improvements on the sketch. So like, I'm using the general idea of this is a circle here, but this circle is not the head. The circle is just a shape that I base the head off of. I'm just using it as a rough guide of what to build off of. I'm not trying to draw over anything that I sketched below it. Maybe that's something I'll talk about again in the future at some point. And if I talk about it again, I'll prep a little bit more of what to say. What do you like drawing the most when drawing a character? Posing, expressions, the character themselves? I think right now it's probably expressions. Historically, posing has been very fun for me. No matter what, drawing any character is, I find, extremely difficult. I think it is so hard to do fan art of a character, especially for the first time. Or even when it's not fan art. A lot of time I have difficulty just like drawing Funry and making her look somewhat consistent. I think drawing the character is the thing that for one, I just have the least experience on it, because I spend a lot more time practicing generic posing and expressions without assigning it to a character or trying to capture any sort of likeness. So when likeness does become like a big thing that I'm trying to do, it is way harder. I don't like how wide this head is. I also see that I've turned the sketch down to a place where it's basically invisible. That's another good thing you should do if you want your line art to look lively. I'm zoomed in a bit much. Right, you know what? I'm just gonna start with an eye to try to get the vibe. Immediately hitting a little bit of a block with this. And you know what? Maybe I've spent 30 minutes on this, but for now, well, I'm just gonna put it over to the side for now, because there's a lesson in that too, and it's mainly a lesson that I say because I need to get better at doing it on stream. On stream, I have this thought that I don't want to like waste time. But that's not a thing that you should focus on in art. You shouldn't like try to push something that you're not feeling just because you already did it. Really, you should, if you aren't feeling something, especially sketching, just stop doing it. Just do a different thing. So I'm gonna do a different thing now. I had kind of an idea of talking about this process, and I did it a little bit, and now I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to do this part again. So this is a unstructured stream where I might be talking out of my ass a little bit. But I got to talk about a few things about sketching, and now I'll keep them in my mind to write something down and then talk about it again later. But now I'm gonna doodle now. Just a face. Maybe I won't even do the full body. I haven't streamed in 1 whole month, so I'll try to cut myself some slack. How important is my drawing environment to me? I draw basically any time under reasonable conditions. Are you more of a home-based music type of guy? I definitely am not someone who naturally pulls out the sketchbook wherever I am, but I try to make myself into that. I do the vast majority of all of my drawing at my desk alone in that very similar times of day. I would love to be someone who's just always wants to draw and always is drawing. So I do bring my sketchbook around, and if I'm at like my fighting game local or something like that, I try, if there's downtime, to pull out my sketchbook and make myself draw something, because it's a good habit. But it's far from a natural inclination. Definitely something that I do at home, almost exclusively. Yeah, this is better immediately. This is just a more comfortable version of drawing for me right now. I think my issue with the sketch earlier was that I did the thing that I need to avoid, and I made too many hard decisions with it when I should have just spent a few seconds on sketching out a pose so that I could turn it into a character. But I spent too long on it, and it got cold. It wasn't gonna work out. Here, I'm doing wherever this takes me. Wherever this drawing takes me, that's where I'm going. No plans. Kind of want to get into figure drawing just so I can better make my own references. I don't know where to start, where to even find the time. Figure drawing is really fun. It's a little tricky, but it is something that I think is a great hobby, even if that's the only art you do ever, is figure drawing. It's just fun, and it can be kind of zen when you get into it. I think the best, like, I have some good resources that I like for figure drawing. I have, in the past, I've used a website called Line of Action a lot, which just has a bunch of poses for you to go through for free. I've used that a ton. Quick Poses is another website I've used. Nowadays, I bought their desktop app, which it's just a thing that displays pictures for a certain amount of times. But because I got the desktop app, so I could get my own references and put them in to do figure drawing and draw from my own stuff. I've not been doing enough of that recently, but that's a good use of money. When it comes to starting figure drawing in the learning how to do it half of the equation, YouTube, of course, is a great place to go. There might be local figure drawing classes near you. I don't think there is really one super nearby to me, at least last time I was looking around. But there might be one near you, and that'd be cool. If you're looking on YouTube, though, I know Proko has a life drawing playlist, a course that he made that is free. It probably has some paid version you can do, but there's a free version. And then there's a YouTube channel that I think is just called Love Life Drawing. He's also really good. His whole channel, as you could probably guess, is fully dedicated to life drawing. And he breaks down a lot of good techniques for capturing the human form. But using one of those is definitely what I would recommend. Other than that, the only way to really start with anything art related is just to do it, because there's no amount of setup that you can do when you're trying to learn to draw that will feel good, unless you can fully tap into your like childlike mind, where art is just a fun thing that you do and you have no expectations for yourself. It can be fun, but I don't think I've ever met an adult that can do that. So learning art just is a exercise in doing something that doesn't feel good. it is really, really hard at the start. Because you just can't quite manage to do anything that you want. You have an idea in your head and your hands just can't put it on paper. And you just have to keep drawing over and over and over again to get past that. She's trying to smile. I got an idea in my head that I cannot quite put on paper yet. So maybe it doesn't ever go away. But what I have done is I've committed to just keep drawing until it does feel good. And sometimes it still doesn't. But I keep drawing. And it actually does feel good a lot of the times nowadays. I want to open her mouth a little bit so you can see her teeth. But I didn't know how to do that right now. This song has like 1,000 years of dead space at the end of the upload. And I could just do this, but I don't want to do that. I want to do something dumber. I want to do something that takes way longer and involves me drawing the same line over and over and over again on stream, so people can behold as I make no progress for minutes at a time. Really, my problem right now is I'm not thinking three-dimensionally. Three-dimensionally, this nose should be a little bit further forward so that the center of the mouth is more here. And then I have a big weird smile. That's all I want. That's all I want in the whole world. What's my favorite Third Strike song? What is my favorite Third Strike song? Dudley's theme is good, of course. But my favorite? Is it Dudley's? Elena's is fun, of course. I'm trying to think if I like one better than this. Maybe I don't. I think this is the only Third Strike song on the playlist right now. Alright, we're gonna do a technique called moving on to a different part for a little bit so that I can come back to the mouth later. Let's get some bangs on her. There an iteration of the mouth earlier, or there was an iteration of the mouth earlier that reminded me of Jenny's smile that I thought was cute. Say not Jenny. Yeah, what can I say? I know animation. I was able to make that connection pretty much immediately. Yeah, maybe I should just go simpler with the smile. Chat, somebody clip when I did the smile good. I don't know if you can do that. What happened to Dylan? That's a question. That's a tough question. For a guy like me, the answer? I just got different ideas. And I'm someone who definitely tends to not really update my original characters with the times. I just... When I feel like an era is changing for me as an artist or as a person, I'm someone who just starts anew with my characters. I've got a bit of a graveyard of old original characters that I don't draw. I'm not good at taking care of them. Some people are much better at having a bunch of OCs and keeping track of them all, but not me. And Dylan's a character who, when I made her, she was... I never really did anything with her big. She was never in a comic. She never really had a story, even. But I made her at a time where I was working through something about how I wanted to create things and who I wanted to be. And she was cool for that. I liked drawing her. I used her as a avatar. She felt representative of my online persona in some ways. And then, you know, at some point, she wasn't really anymore. And I wanted to do other things. And now when I draw original characters, I want them to be a part of a story. I want them to be in a shared world, and I want to be making bigger projects. And adapting my characters into that didn't make as much sense to me as just starting fresh and making characters that exist for the project that I'm making them for. I might have been rambly, but I'm trying to keep drawing while I talk. So if that was not perfectly coherent, whoops. But basically my priorities as an artist have shifted. I want to tell stories. And Dylan's a character that I created just to be more of a mascot and an easy character to draw. And yeah, I don't need that right now. That's not what I'm going for at the moment. But maybe she'll come back. She was fun to draw. Always been hesitant to make an OC. I feel like I'd neglect them and they'd die from malnutrition like a Tamagotchi. Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes I actually do legitimately feel bad that I've left characters behind. Which is probably silly. But you know, it's there's something there. They are my creations. Now they're gone. They're not gone. Look. Is this what she looked like? I don't even know what she looked like. She was kind of like this. How's Dylan? Now she's back. Toga's hair buns are all messy. There's so much hair sticking out everywhere. Just so cute. He's like the cutest character ever. I feel like my entire screen flashed white for a second, but I don't know if that really happened. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. Either that or I could be seeing things. We're back on the mouth. I think she needs more than the 2 fangs. You didn't see it? Probably didn't happen. But if I disappear, I'd start looking into white flashes. It'll be the start of the epic ARG. Finally fulfill my dream of being an ARG. Every OC I've ever made has actually been a clue in an overarching ARG. And that's a fact. Actually, it's more than the 2 fangs on top. Where's this song from? That song that was just playing was a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 song. I want to say the airship theme was just playing. The hen with the hen with Haiti. The hen. I don't know where. The hen with a tie. Boom. I figured that one out. Hi, I saw you waving. Hello. Hen with a tie. And she's got that big thing. A big whatever the heck it is thing. kind of stuff are you guys into lately? I want to draw more fan art, and if we happen, anyone that's here, if you and I happen to be into the same things, might make me more excited to draw something that you guys want to see. I like My Hero, love Pokemon, I love Street Fighter. I assume if you follow me, then you probably know some Street Fighter stuff. Honestly, weird how there aren't many art streams on your homepage with YouTube. I actually feel I watch a lot of art YouTube, and I feel like I never see that many art streams on here. I don't know if most people just stream art on Twitch. Personally, if I'm watching a stream, I always prefer YouTube. Partially because I have YouTube Premium, so obviously it's a little nicer because I just don't have ads. Maybe before that, I don't know. If you're not chat, I'm usually a lurker when I'm watching a stream. I'm not a big chatter. I feel like YouTube just is nicer if you're not trying to chat. At least that's what I hear. I hear that, what's it? Twitch chatting is more fun. So you guys are real troopers for chatting, even though I'm on a YouTube stream. Nice to watch others create while I got my own tablet out. It's been so long in the first sentence, I didn't get to the second one for a bit. But I'm glad to be some background entertainment for you. Storm from Marvel Tokon would be sick to see in my style. Tokon characters are definitely something I would love to do. I'm a big comic book fan. I'm more of a DC guy, but my favorite Marvel superhero ever is Magic. And everyone is loving Magic in Tokon. Get to see her a ton, which I love. She also, being in Marvel Rivals, got a huge spike in popularity. And we'd love to see Ileana succeed here. But with Tokon, I do not have a PS5. I do not have a computer that is amazing. I did not have a lot of luck with the PC port of Marvel Tokon, which obviously, if you keep up with the fighting game community, not a lot of people had a lot of luck with the Tokon PC port. But I don't think it's going to be a game I'm able to get at launch, but I would like to get it at some point, because if Ileana is in a fighting game and I never get to play it, that's just too sad a reality for me to consider. What is this something that is blessing my eyes right now? It's drawing. It's the miracle of creation. Art creation. Nico64, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube. One of my goals, probably not this month. Maybe I can squeeze one in by the end of July. Probably not. But in August, I'm going to do a stream that has a purpose, and I'm gonna talk about something worth talking about with art, and then I'm gonna make it a YouTube video, and I'm gonna upload it, and everyone's gonna watch it and be like, man, this is cool. So if you want to be one of the lucky people who says, man, this is cool, you can subscribe to the YouTube now. I kind of want to mess with her bangs a bit. I'll lurk her under normal circumstances, but I read chat a lot, so you speak. I like reading chat. I like it when streamers read chat. And I find that a lot of art streams, a lot of my peers, I'll watch their streams sometimes, and I get why a lot of people who are artists are not trying to perform, you know, they're not trying to do anything more than just literally share their process. But personally, I wished for a long time that there were more art streamers that were more active streamers, you know, that they were doing the whole thing, and I enjoy doing it, so I can try to fill that niche. I want to do more. I want to get better at it. Ah. I like the chat. I think art improves with a sense of community behind it. I want to be part of the process. Well, you are an important part of the process. If no one was here, I would still be trying to fill every second talking about stuff. And I still definitely just sort of bumble on about things, but I at least bumble on about things that are somewhat inspired by something people said in the chat. It's way easier when I have you guys to bounce off of. She's got these things on her. I still don't know what this, what would you guys call this thing around her neck? Is it a scarf? I literally don't know what it is. Just a big ring of fabric, which I guess is a scarf, but it doesn't really give scarf. Does it? Am I closed-minded about what a scarf can be? Scarf would be the closest term? Okay, I believe it. Anyway, she's got some syringes on her scarf. They're attached somehow. It's fabric. How are they attached? I don't think about it a lot. They're big old tubes. I tried my hand at animation. Remember vaguely asking years back and forgot. Collar. Collar is a good word too. I have done a little bit of animation. I definitely am not... I've not done enough to call myself an animator. But I've done some little stuff. I can pull up something that I've done. If our friend Fresh Soda's in the chat still, I've done some stuff. We've worked together on a few things. I've got one that's cute. Fresh Soda also streams on Twitch. They've got a bunch of graphics that I made for them. Look at this one. Isn't this cute? I haven't animated in ages. Do feel you on that though. Not feeling like you're in the threshold to be called an animator. Yeah. Yeah, that's always the trick. Can I draw you? Not right now, I can't. Oh, like that's the last thing I animated. Cute bunny girl. Thanking what I assume is a sub. It's been a while. But how could it not be a thanks for a sub? I should animate something for this stream. I don't have any things for this stream yet. I gotta stream for it. No, I'm streaming first. That's step one. I feel like a real art streamer. Anytime I click on one, usually they have this Clip Studio Paint window would be a little bit smaller in the center of the screen. And then there would be maybe 60,000 GIFs going all around it. And then in the top corner, there would be a currently playing song. And then there would be a little bit of text on the bottom of the screen that says muted. Not talking right now. And that, I think, that's the quintessential. When I see an artist post that they're streaming, I click on it. That's what I see. And the layers on the right side, of course. That's a real art stream. What I'm doing, I mean, no, what even is this? A pale imitation of the greats. I do know it's a nice tool for viewers to tell if the stream has stopped since the GIFs would freeze. That's a good tool, because if they're not talking, you need the GIF. The GIFs are, it's the heart rate monitor of the stream. These syringe things I'm leaving very loose because I don't actually want to draw them. And if I just do them like this, then I don't have to draw more of them. These ones are way bigger than these ones though. So I will fix that. Yeah, you can only see like this much anyway, so I don't have to draw anymore. I was gonna try to hit the I'm Toga, but I don't think I'm even capable of hitting that pitch. Not for free anyway. To be that prominent. 100 V-Bucks is such a small amount of V-Bucks. Didn't I say I was gonna add more teeth? Like when I drew the teeth for the first time? And what a good idea it was to draw more teeth. That's just better. Dare I say that's just I like it more than the way it was before. V-Bucks value is cratered. Oh my god, speaking of V-Bucks, I have not opened Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in a while. And I haven't opened it right now because I know if I did, it would take me, it would be seconds between the game opening and me buying the new Harley Quinn skin. There would be no amount of time. There would be no thinking involved. It would just happen. I would just have less money than I did before, and I would have one more high tide Harley Quinn than I did previously. And maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I shouldn't be putting it off. I love Harley Quinn. It's possible that that wasn't impossible to guess by me also liking... I've said I like comic books, and I'm drawing Toga right now, so it's possible that it could be inferred that Harley Quinn is also a character that would be up my alley. But Harley's one of my favorite characters ever in anything. I'm a huge fan of Harley. Kind of a stretch, yeah. True. You give me any piece of media, though, you point me in the direction of the crazy blonde girl with pigtails, and I'm in. And you got me. Would I be a PNG tuber for stream? Seems up my alley. I'd think about it. I might also just do like a face cam at some point. Right now I could not light it right now. And if I don't light it good, then I'm going to feel like I'm not pretty. And frankly, I want to feel pretty, so. In the meantime, a PNG tuber could be good. I bet I have one somewhere. Like if I was to... There's a layer on here called Awesome VTuber. If I join a Discord call, does something show up? Whoa. Oh my god, it says no face cam until I fix the lighting. So I had a similar thought to whenever I made this. It's not really what my hair's doing anymore, but at a time it was. The one with the orange shirt also. Yes. That's definitely somewhere. There have been some EWAC VTubers in the past. I got a lot of Tomodachi Life music in this playlist. it's kind of awesome. Oh, also, I don't think I've mentioned it, but I got a new screen protector for my tablet. The other one was real scratched up. I've never gotten a new screen protector ever. If I got one, and it's paper textured. I think the old one was also supposedly paper textured, but this one is like way more textured. And it's kind of fun. I feel like it's changed the pace I draw at. In a good way. But it's chewing through my pen nibs, which I knew going in. Boy, they're going quick, man. Picks up on the mic in a good way. That's good. I was kind of curious if it would. I don't think the last one did like at all. I think if you can hear me drawing a little bit, that might be good as like a proof of life thing if I don't talk for a while. If anything, for future reference, on any of my streams, if anything happens to be annoying in the realm of audio, please don't hesitate to let me know. Because I don't have the most amazing setup of all time. But I really don't want my stream to be annoying to listen to. And I have big issues with noise. And there's some streamers that I just cannot watch because they cannot stop. Like, every time they take a drink of water, they put their throat up to the microphone so you can hear every iota, every muscle moving in their neck. I'm gonna take a drink of water, and hopefully it makes no noise at all. Look at that. How easy is that? You don't even have to make any gross noises if you don't want to. Now, I am acting under the assumption that didn't pick up because I didn't see it pick up. That was 37 milliliters. I heard every drop. Damn. I gotta rethink everything. I gotta do all of my drinking beforehand. I don't like these things. Whatever these are called. They're too stiff. Random thought out there. Any bad cases of art block lately for you? Are you one of those lucky ones that don't really experience it? I am not a lucky one. I definitely get art blocked. I think this whole year I've been a little bit unsure of what I'm doing and what I want to do, which has caused me a lot of art block moments. I've also been busy with some work stuff, and I've gotten cool opportunities to do bigger things with art, so I've been drawing. But I feel like when I'm doing stuff just personally, for my own benefit, just for fun, I feel like I never know where to start. So I end up studying a lot, because studying is easier for me than trying to actually draw something. But then if I do that for a long time, then it just gets harder and harder to actually draw my characters or do fan art or whatever. So I would kind of say I've been on and off in a, I'd say in a funk for a while. This is fun though. And I think a lot of my art block or art block, or just creative funk, or whatever you want to call it, I think it's probably just because I've been genuinely or generally stressing about things. I should really probably just figure out how to take a little bit better care of myself so I can have better mental. I think I would do better in general if I just put a bit more effort into sleeping better. I'm not good at sleeping right now. About the gory details and stuff affecting the emotional state. And we know how art's can be a bit weak to that. Absolutely. That's kind of what I was saying. I've been a little bit stressed out for quite a while, and it wears on you. But that's part of why I want to get myself to stream more and to start posting things again, is because one thing, when I've spent so much time not drawing and not posting things, it feels a lot more like I guess like an imposter syndrome kind of feeling of like, I don't actually know how to do this. I don't really deserve anything that I got. I don't, like, people don't need to see what I'm doing. All these thoughts that aren't real. They're not true things. People don't actually sit around every day keeping track of how long it's been since I've posted and expecting me to do more when I do come back. I bet they'll just be happy that I'm there. So that's my therapy for it right now, is just to get myself out there again. My best art comes when drawing with someone else. Weird but fun to draw alongside someone. I don't do that too often, but I do always feel like when I'm drawing, whenever I have drawn with someone else, or I've done like a draw pile or something, there is, at least if you're comfortable with the people you're drawing with, it can make it immediately a less stressful place to do things. A place where you're just trying to have fun more than you're trying to make a masterpiece. And always, if you're just having a good time, you're gonna make something better than if you're trying too hard. And really, I didn't think about it, but that's probably what my actual problem is I want to do something impressive because I haven't drawn as much in a long time, but trying to do something really good is not what I need. I just need to have fun. Like, I started the stream, I was trying to do this whole thing talking about sketching, but this was more fun. I just drew something. Anyway, I think her hair could be messier. Just a little bit. On my end, I've let go of the pressure to make stuff. At the same time, I just want to make stuff too. A lot of art blocks are hands not cooperating. Yeah, that's the main thing. Is it's definitely the most frustrating feeling with art. Is just that, like, I know how to draw a head. Like, I know. I don't always go the whole Loomis method. But if I was, I know how to do this. But there are days where for seemingly no reason at all, I just won't be able to execute on things that I know I've done before and know that I know how to do. I just will not be capable of it at all. And those are actually the worst. Because it's just like, it feels like it doesn't even make any sense. I don't want to like color this, but I kind of want to do a little bit of something just to make it feel a little better. So you can pull up drawings you already made as a reference. That's something that I've started doing more and more. I have a bunch of PureRef documents that I make just to keep track of artists I like and things that I'm trying to learn from. And I've started more and more often just going through my old stuff and putting some of my old things that I like in my PureRefs, just to, you know, try to pay attention to the things that I like about my own art and figure out how to recapture them. I've done something. Now I've made this three-dimensional. I have to think about some things. Here's my Splatoon art for one of your characters' anatomy. Well, I'm flattered. I'm glad that things I've done in the past have been inspiring. I'll try to do more. I'm sticking around. They're saying I'm making a comeback this year. I don't know if I'll do another drawing every single Street Fighter thing again anytime soon. But those kind of challenges have helped me post more regularly and finish things to some extent more consistently. But I bet I can figure out how to do it just myself too. I think I want more of this to be... I'm formulating something here. Okay, then we need a highlight for like the side of the nose here. Does that make any sense? Like a little something here? Color, I definitely want to do some streams trying to do some dedicated working on color and every part of that, because that is something that is very under practiced for me in my artistic career. I don't feel like I have a style at all of how I like to color or shade anything. I kind of make it up every time. But I'd like to develop one. That'd probably be fun. Got nothing better to do, so you're watching this? Hey, I appreciate that. Hell yeah. I guess I... See, I'm making this up right now. Tried coloring for the first time today. It's big. Doing anything for the first time is real tough with art. Do you think it went well? Do you think you learned something about what you want to do? Maybe you just went crazy. Maybe you cracked it the first time. Flip-flop art styles a lot. what I'm using is I Can't Sleep and a bit of yours. Yeah, I definitely am someone who is flip-flopped art styles a lot. I think I've started to come into more of a consistent style a little bit. And the way I did that was just by not thinking about it as much. Not like I started focusing more on what I want to be able to achieve and the feelings I want to be able to make, than how things look. And now, not everything I draw looks exactly the same, but I think it all has a very me vibe to it, and that's what I want. I just want it to feel like I made it. And if it has that, then I'm happy with however it looks. What up? I'm glad you can make it too. I draw a rack sound from My Singing Monsters. You know what? I don't know what that looks like. But I'm gonna find out. I've looked up a cheese. Looked up some sort of cheese. Looks like a sort of a creamy cheese. Whoa. What is this thing? A really good toga, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Stay asking for Tekken 2 King. I drew some of the... I asked for suggestions a couple weeks ago or something. I drew some stuff. I never posted it anywhere. That's what I gotta get better at, stuff. That's that one part that I've been talking about. Alright, now this is not exactly a request stream right now, or most times, unless I say it is. But I was kind of thinking, oh, I'll draw another, one more little doodle before I sign off. So you've caught me at a good time. Or I'm gonna draw this singing monster. Just a little drawn. It looks like a funny little wizard. Yeah, so I'll draw this, and then I will... Should we do something else? I kind of feel like I could do another thing. Oh, maybe it's a little late. Oh. How about... What do you guys... What should I do tomorrow? I'm gonna be back streaming tomorrow. What do you guys think I should do? I have some thought I could do more, just another chill stream where I talk and do some fan art like this. In that case, what kind of... You got any characters that you're trying to see? I could also... I've been thinking about doing like a drawing from memory. I could do drawing Pokemon from memory or drawing Street Fighter characters from memory. Something Jujutsu Kaisen, that could be fun. That could be a good time. I like drawing anime characters. I think they're fun to put into more Western cartoony styles, which is the area I like to live in. Pokemon from memory sounds cool. I have not done any Drell Funry stuff today. I definitely will. I'm going to do, at some point this week, I'm going to do my first stream of making some assets for the RPG Maker game that me and my good friend are working on with Drell and Funry. So you'll be able to see me do some pixel art. And if Evangelion was back in theaters, maybe Ava Doodles. That, I mean, an idea is an idea. It's a... Yeah, I would love to bring back my old Evangelion doodle style and draw some more stuff in that look. I'll pull some up just in case anyone here is not familiar with my old Evangelion drawings. That is such a good idea. Maybe I'll do some of that. Oh, I could just draw some anime characters in that style. I could draw some Evangelion stuff. I could draw some JK stuff. Just that really simple, fun, wacky style. Where do I even have any things? That could be a good idea. Inumaki, I'll write it down. I will write that down. Did we get to the end of the playlist? We did. We did. Yeah, these are some of the Evangelion stuff. I love drawing these characters in this style. It is so much fun. I haven't done it in a while, so. Tatsumaki? That would be fun. Yeah, okay, tomorrow, should I do a wheel? Should I spin a wheel again? Were you guys here the last time I spun a wheel? When was that? I gotta put characters on a wheel and spin it. And then I draw them. Or I could just draw some without gamifying it. I don't know. We have so many ideas. Can't say you're a present for the wheel? Well, maybe it will be tomorrow if I decide to go the wheel route. I have a physical wheel now. It's horrible. I won't use that one. I bought the worst wheel in the world. It breaks every time you spin it. Yeah, we'll do a wheel. We'll draw characters on the wheel. And it'll be awesome. And the goal will be to do it in that funky little me style. Not me like Tomodachi Life me, but me as in the person, Ewak artist. You might know me. Is it your first time? I'm glad you're joining. To be fair, I have not streamed too much, so. You could doodle one from memory, then one with a ref and compare the two. That could be cool. What was the lore of my name again? The lore of Ewak. A lot of people, they read my name as Ewok. When I talked to, I've been like at conventions and talked to other artists that I know online, or like got in a Discord call with someone for the first time, and people will assume that my name is Ewok because they fill in the Star Wars character, and it's not. It's Ewak, but Ewok is at the heart of it. The origin story, for those who don't remember or have never heard, is oh my, I lost my train. The origin story. I was probably five. I bought a Webkinz from a local store called the Teacher Center. The Webkinz, I don't know. Maybe a cat. I was making a Webkinz account. It was the first time I ever made an account for an online game. If you don't know about Webkinz, they're physical stuffed animals that had a code that you could put them into a game, and then they were in the game. Making a Webkinz account. I asked my older sister, how do I spell Ewok? Because I love Star Wars. I want to be called Ewok. Sister, I was 5, she was 7. So she was not an expert in the field of spelling. She told me E-W-A-K, which is actually not how you spell Ewok. But I became Ewak. And I never stopped being Ewak. So it's been basically my entire life that I've been Ewok spelled wrong. So when people do think my name just is Ewok, they're kinda right. Arts plus EWAC equals Arts EWAC. Exactly. EWAC is something that is taken on a lot of platforms. I was looking for something that was not that was more unique, and I eventually landed on Arts EWAC because it's EWAC with artsy, and the E, you put the Y because they make the same sound. Arts EWAC, I do find people also do not have a necessarily easy time parsing that one when they see it. Like if I talking a Twitch stream or something, which I don't usually do, I find not everyone is amazing at picking up on that one the first time around. Okay, but we've done something here. We've got this guy who is a My Singing Monster. If person who suggested that is here, thanks for the suggestion. I'm not always taking suggestions, but you caught me at a good time. If you're not here, then thanks for doing that for all the other My Singing Monsters fans in the audience. Hello, Frosty. Alright, well, this stream was mostly Toga. I think this is pretty fun. I enjoyed drawing Toga today. Played My Singing Monsters for like 20 minutes 10 years ago or something. That's about it. I feel like I was similar in that level of playtime. I want to say I downloaded it at some point, but it was never something I got into. But here it is. I know it's still a big thing. People love a singing monster. Monsters are scary, actually. Yeah, I didn't want to really admit it, but I will say the thing that turned me off of My Singing Monsters is that I was actually much too scared. I thought if they sang, then it would make me happy, because I love singing, but it turns out monsters are scarier no matter what their passion is. So... it's true. It's Jawa from Star Wars. From memory. I'm not 100% sure this is a perfectly accurate Jawa, but I gotta imagine it's damn close. And they've got a zapper gun that they use to zap droids. They've got it. One of the things I admire most about your art is how relatively fast you can draw it. Totally opposite. I think that's one of the places I spec'd into with art. It was, I was saying earlier in the stream, I study a lot of artists' shorthand and how they draw quickly, which I think has helped me develop a style that has the same sort of habits. I don't think drawing quick is always the best way to go about things, but it's fun. Like this guy took me, I don't know, probably like an hour I spent on her. But this little Jawa didn't take any time at all. They got arms on each shoulder. On both of them, huh? What'll George Lucas think of next? Alright, well, I'm thinking tomorrow I'm back, similar time. I am going to try to multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, see if that works out. I am going to... He got 2 belts on his shoulders. Oh. Like this? See the David icon. The David zone. And I nailed that. You don't even have to tell me that I nailed that one. Like fanny packs. What? Like this? Like little belts like this? They got fanny packs on their arms? Yeah, well, either way, I will be back tomorrow at between 7 and 8 Eastern time. Because that's my time zone. On his chest? This is fun. This is like it's like a game of telephone drawing a Jawa. Or I could just look up like an X. There we go. Now it's coming. It's about to come together. This Jawa is about to be. It's gonna look like concept art. It's gonna look like it's gonna look like a screenshot from the film Star Wars A New Hope. You have an action figure? I feel like I probably have a Jawa action figure laying around somewhere. Packed away, but I had a lot of Star Wars stuff. I still have... I have one right in front of me. I don't have a camera to show you, but there is one Imperial pilot within reach of me. There's also Bosk and a Stormtrooper and a C-3PO. There's also a Slave One, or Boba Fett's Starship, I think it's called now. There's a Poe Dameron's X-Wing right there. There's more Star Wars stuff than I expected when I looked up. There's also RC, Blocky's model kit of RC from Transformers. There's a lot of Gundams. Tom Nook is there. If you could see what I see, it might change your life. Okay, but this is our crop. This is our harvest from today. And tomorrow, I'll do a classic EWAC wheel stream, which I've done at least one time, so it's a returning bit. I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow, around 7 to 8 Eastern Time. As I've said, you can find my socials in the comments if you want to keep in touch there, or you can just subscribe and I'll come up here later. I don't have to be explaining all this. What I do have to explain is that we have a little send-off on the old EWAC stream where at the end of the night we chill out and I give you your bear. Until next time.